Hello there, Watson here back with another review. In this review we're going to be looking at a King's Tale Final Fantasy 15 as I have now 100% completed it, so let's talk about it. So a King's Tale Final Fantasy 15, and that's the last time I'm saying the entire name of the game, is a game that came out around the Final Fantasy 15 launch and added to the extended universe thing that they had going on. So when Final Fantasy 15 launched, there was the main game, and then there was animes, there was movies, there's this free game that they brought out, there's loads of mobile games, there's just loads of different bits and pieces to it. This in itself is a side-scrolling game. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up rather than an RPG. The reason why I'm talking about it on the channel is because it's Final Fantasy rather than it being RPG related. So the game itself, I'm not particularly someone that's into side-scrolling beat-em-ups all that much, so I'm not entirely sure how it holds up against other beat-em-ups. But it doesn't really add much to the story of Final Fantasy 15 as a whole. The game itself is an hour long. Well, it took me an hour to complete. It probably took other people less, or maybe a bit more. Definitely no more than an hour and a half to finish the story at most. And it basically is Noctis's dad is telling him a bedtime story, and he basically makes up this story of him and his Kingsguard going on a journey to save the crystal that is part of the capital. And he basically introduces a load of Final Fantasy related stuff to the game. So there's catchwars, tomberies, magic, summons, all that sort of stuff is kind of there. In general, as I said, it took me an hour to finish. The big payoff at the end of the game is that the main bad guy was Ultros all along for Final Fantasy VI, which for me personally, I had just completed Final Fantasy VI and then gone on to King's Tale, and then Ultros was back immediately after. Obviously Ultros is one of the recurring bosses in Final Fantasy VI, so oh okay, it's Ultros. I haven't managed to escape him just yet. It was alright in general, the main story. It wasn't anything particularly groundbreaking or something that I'd be like, yeah, I'd love to play another game like that or anything like that. It was just kind of yeah, it was good for an hour. There is, after you finish the game, a dream mode where the idea is that Noctis is dreaming up all of these scenarios after he's gone to sleep, and there's 25 different challenges you could do. Most of them tended to be defeating enemies within a time limit or surviving for so long, or not. I don't know, there was special challenges for each one, and the special challenges were defeat them within a certain time limit. So generally it was just defeating all the enemies, but the special challenges were defeating so many with magic, or not using your comrades, or that sort of stuff, which plays into the achievements, which we might as well just get straight onto because there's not really much I can say about it. It was a free game at the time. I don't know whether it's still free. I haven't looked. It might still be free. It might not even be available anymore, with it being so long after the game launched. As you'll see in a minute, the first achievement that I got for it was in 2018. So I didn't even try it until well after Final Fantasy 15 had launched anyway. But yeah, we'll talk about the achievements. So yeah, the achievements for A King's Tale, there's not many. I think it was 13. So our first one is kill 5 or more enemies with one spell. Once you unlock spells, you get an MP bar, and you can hold down the button, and it will mean that the spell will be bigger. It's basically the different stages of whatever spell you're using. So like Fire, Fear, or Faraga. It'll use up more of the screen when you use it, and it'll do like more damage and stuff. So you can definitely kill off enemies, like easier stuff. They quite often like will congregate together so that you can kill them off quite easily. Detonate 3 bombs simultaneously. Bombs are one of the characters and one of the monsters that you can fight just by pressing the B button. It will knock the bombs back and they will explode, and you can like knock them into other things. There's various different stages and stuff where there's quite a few bombs, so you can just knock them into each other. Deflect 50 stingers or needles. The wasp enemies and the catchwars will fire off stingers and needles. You can deflect them back with various different attacks, so like the X, Y, and B button will all deflect them in certain ways. You just need to do 50. Execute the bonds of battle. This is once you get the armature a bit later on. Once you've every 3 hit combo you get, you can use. Is it 3? No, it's 8. Every 8 hit combo you get, you can use one of the 3 characters to come in and do a little bit more damage. There's 3 different characters. They're all set to a different combo. You need to in a combo use all 3 of your companions and then use the armature, and the armature will then allow all 3 characters to do an attack plus the king. It sounds convoluted, but it's really easy. Combos don't end unless you get attacked, so if you're on a 5 hit combo and you go onto the next screen, your combo stays. There's no time limit for it to time out. Defeat 1,000 enemies. I got that before the end of the game anyway. Use armature on a Tombury. Tomburys are a pain, like no matter what game you play. This game's no different. They can one-shot kill you, and the torch slows you down as well, so it's like they get a good chance to one-shot you if you're close, but using armature on them, you don't even have to kill them, basically. Complete story mode. As I said, it took me an hour to complete story mode, so much so that I had to go back and spam deaths. I hadn't died 10 times in story mode. I died like twice, I think, by the time I'd actually managed to finish the game, so I had to stand around and die a lot. Get the alternate story endings. So there's 2 different story endings. There's one where you defeat Ultros, and then there's one where during the Ultros boss fight, once he grabs the crystal, you're supposed to stop him from getting the crystal. If you let him get the crystal, it gives you the alternate story ending. Once you finish the game, you can reload and it'll put you right back at the start of that boss fight anyway, so it's fairly simple. Perform every move in one combo string. As I said, the combos don't end unless you get attacked, so it's just a matter of going through the combo list and doing every single combo on an enemy or enemies. There's not many different combos either, and they're not particularly hard to do. It's like XXX, YYY, BBB, and then like XXB, YYB, and then there's like various different aerial combos as well. It's all very easy. Finish a dream battle without taking damage. To be able to get that achievement for all of the special challenges, you have to do a challenge. There's 2 dream battles that you have to do without taking any damage. Same with that one. There is a dream battle that you have to do in under a minute to be able to unlock all the special challenges. Complete all the dream battles, special challenges. They're not particularly hard. It took, I think, like maybe 5 or 6 hours to complete, if the stats are correct. Apparently not. Apparently I didn't play it at all. But yeah, like it took maybe 6 hours tops to do the story and all of the dream battles. It was one of those where I finished it within a day. I was very surprised that I'd finished it that quick, but yeah. If you're into beat 'em ups and you're looking for a free game to play, then yeah, go ahead. If you're looking for a little bit more lore for Final Fantasy 15, then you'll get a little bit from this, but it's not particularly a whole lot. It's just kind of a fun little side story where King Regis is telling Noctis a bedtime story, basically. There's not really any deep lore to it or anything like that. You see a little bit more of the other characters. Weskham, Sid, and I think Core's the other one, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that's basically it for the review. It's an okay game. It was free, so can't complain. I enjoyed the day that I spent playing it. It was a little bit different from what I normally play, so yeah. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you made it to the end. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.